being at the bottom. That's the focus of today's voice. One of the most excruciating things that you'll ever experience in your personal, professional, or social life is being at the bottom. It's one of those things where it can change you into a different person you don't want to be. It can cause depression. And it can even cause you to even look at life differently in a way that you don't want to look at it. It's like the cancer of vision. You start giving up on yourself, giving up on others, giving up on your dreams, giving up on your career, etc. But the thing about it is that I'm here to tell you today, when you're at the bottom, and your back is against the bottom, or back is against the wall at the bottom, I should say, there's only one way to go, and that's up. The opportunities are there to make the choice to go up, to climb. And when you make the choice to go up and climb, you can start to pull yourself out of the bottom. And you start to feel the relief from the pain of being at the bottom. Some of us have been there for days, some weeks, heck, some of us even years. But I think the significant thing of being at the bottom is you get a chance to learn about yourself. You know, there was an older gentleman that I had a conversation with in Minneapolis about 10 years back, or I'd say about 12 years back, excuse me. He told me, he said, you know, we like ourselves when we're at the top, but we get to know ourselves when we're at the bottom. I thought that was very interesting for people to know, because it's, true. I still remember when I went to college in a new city, new friends, new job, new everything. You had to start at the bottom. It was painful, scary, the unknown. I didn't know how I was going to do. But then when I look back on that experience, the perseverance I had to have, not wanted to, had to have, if I was going to get through it, make it, and successfully do what I had to do to get to the next step in my life. Because when I was at the bottom, it was painful. It felt 2 feet tall. And I had to figure it out one day at a time. And that's what it took. It took one step at a time, 1 hour at a time, and then eventually hours turned into days, days turned into months, and before I knew it, months turned into years. And I had grown so much because I had learned about myself. I had learned what my communication skills were like. I had learned how to build networks. I had learned how to build friendships. I had learned how to build relationships. I had learned to move in a different environment. But when my back was against the wall and I was at the bottom, it felt like cancer. Most excruciating pain I'll ever feel in my life. And some of you guys are going through it right now. Some of you guys have probably experienced it. But there was only one way to go, and that was up. And when I went up, I relieved some of that pain, little by little. Didn't go away in one day. It took time. I started to grow, build confidence. And one day at a time, I started to believe. I think that was the most important thing. I started to believe. And little by little, that belief started to build, almost into a mountain, so to speak. It was like building a house, one brick at a time. It was the best thing I've ever experienced. Didn't even think I could do it. I did not. I'll be 100% real with you guys. I literally wanted to curl up in a ball and return home. I literally wanted to curl up on the street where I was at and cry. I did. But I kept finding a way every single day, every single hour, every single minute to continue to keep fighting for something that I didn't think I could do. And that was be successful in that environment. And that's what I'm here to tell you guys today. You have to keep fighting every single minute, every single hour, every single month, every single day. Hell, it may even take a year, 2 years, 3, 4, who knows? It's going to hurt. Being at the bottom sucks. Look, man, I agree. If you haven't faced it in your life, at some point you will. And life is going to look you in the face and see what you're made of, see how you can grow, see how you can establish yourself, and see how you can challenge yourself. Because that's the big significance. Can you challenge yourself enough to climb the mountain and get out from the bottom? Because when you're at the bottom, it's a terrible experience. It's a real bad feeling. Nobody wants to be there. And what I just said is real talk. I've been at the bottom a lot in my life. I've been at the bottom a lot. I feel like I'm still there. But the significance that I'm trying to tell you guys is, when you're at the bottom, yes, you may feel pain, but you have opportunity to get to the top and climb. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that will tell you you can't, you won't, quit. But you cannot allow yourself to be in that position and consume the poison of that. Quit. Give up. You cannot. You have to keep focusing on the opportunities to go up. Otherwise, you're going to stay at the bottom. It's going to be excruciating. Because let me tell you this. You would rather feel temporary pain climbing to the top than feel long-term pain at the bottom. Make the decision to climb to the top. Even if the pain of people not believing in you is at its peak. Trust me, people don't believe in me all the time. I found a way to have enough strength to say no to that. To turn the blind eye and stay focused on my lane in terms of what I'm doing. When you can do that, that's when you'll start climbing step by step. And trust me, every step you take up is a very huge progressive move to where you want to go. And if you continue to keep taking those steps, when you look behind you, you've made it extremely far up that mountain. And before you know it, when you look at that sight of being at the bottom, it looks smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go up. Before you know it, you won't even see the bottom because you're so far at the top. And that's when you know you've made it. My name is Scott Foley. Thank you for listening today. And as you start your day and go out the front door, I want you to understand it takes one step to get to where you want to be, and then 2 steps. Well, not 1 step to get to where you want to be. It starts with 1 step, I should say. And then 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. It's progressive. And before you know it, you'll be at the top and relieve yourself of all the pain of being at the bottom. Have a good day. Bye-bye.